It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the world is my home and there's so many milk. Bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it slow. I'm sturdy as hell, it's a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs ain't hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not. The stereotypes, they do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but I'm LeBron. Rings to the team, I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to the well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart. I give it all I got. Walk the walk inside the talk.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings.
That's it, baby. We gonna work. Yellow. Attack.
Now a man who really stepped up last year, this is Matt Breida. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Let him know.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Eluding the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Everson Griffin, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will set up shop, red zone territory. At the 13-yard line. Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
A nice performance last week. Recognized as NFC Player of the Week after going over 100 yards rushing. I just love the vision. I love the wiggle he has, but I also love the power when he ends his runs.
That's what impressed me. Yes, there was some elusiveness last week. A couple times he just ran over guys. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Herb Smith Jr., his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That'll be complete to Breida. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Mahomes firing complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Yellow. Hey, tight.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Let's get it. Wait. Yellow. Check. Easy.
Now Mahomes. He sets to fire deep. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs 1st down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Here we go.
They'll try to run with Breida. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Mahomes going to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, look.
Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. 20. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Watch the screen.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Let's go.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes, he'll get this into the hands of Breida. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Matt Breida, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Cousins now. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch as well.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game. And it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. A first run for the backup, Abdullah. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Darren Lee there to get him down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 17-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
0-0, Mike free. That's the pass. Double tight, guys, double tight.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Let's go. Let's do it.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, Abdullah. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Bailey got the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mahomes now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Goodwin. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 29-yard line.
Yellow, yellow. There's a blue lane. Give me that.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Linval Joseph able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Xavier Rhodes with a pick.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff.
He's got a man, complete. He's at the 30. 10, touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Linval Joseph getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And the pressure gets to him again. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. They've got his man complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Kill. Kill.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 36-yard line.
A little juke. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Watch the safety creep. Hey, 382, listen to me. Five.
Throwing his Cousins. I was going to let this go for the end zone. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
At their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now here's Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Amir Abdullah. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Minnesota. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff.
The Chiefs take over
Let's
first
go,
and
baby.
10
Let's go.
at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're...
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Here's Mahomes to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Get in the weight room. Say, hey, 57, color, 57.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. That'll be complete to Breida. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Mahomes now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. And again, it's Mahomes. This will be caught at about the 5. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. The left side caught by Diggs. Stephon Diggs. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Bailey got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Mahomes going to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Brought down back at his 2-yard line.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. From his end zone, Mahomes on 3rd and long. And going deep for Hill. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 46 yards.
Kansas City Chiefs
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And some space here. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. When plays break down, that's normally when Mahomes is at his best throwing the football. But as we saw, he can run it too. Last year, 60 carries, 272 yards. Great elusiveness and speed. And the Chiefs obviously don't want him to be a running quarterback, but if he sees an angle like he did there, any opening, he has the ability to take it and run. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Cook with a 1st down and much more. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 20-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Lucky 48.
Again, it's Abdullah. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now.
Mike 3! Mike 3! Hey, 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 hey!
On 3rd down, Cousins. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties. And they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Bailey's kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At their own 29-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Watch 54, watch 54. Hey, 15.
2nd and 10. They're going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Stephen Weatherly in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And the return will stop right around the 25. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Today's final
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Minnesota, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road